I'm here to welcome you, dear friend. Heaven is not observing you in anticipation of mistakes or missteps. No, heaven is leaning forward with deep interest. Angels have stood in reverence of you. Why? Because you've taken the path fewer dare to tread, the road of truth and love, even when easier alternatives existed. In making this choice, you drew heaven's attention. Reflect on this. We've heard that even angels are curious about the mysteries of God's work with humanity. You are that enigma. Your life's journey is unfolding in ways that even heavenly beings watch with amazement. They witnessed you at your breaking point, and instead of succumbing to bitterness, you continued forward. They observed your silent sacrifices, the nights spent in tears, the mornings you rose despite your body's pleas to give up, and they stood in awe. It was not your grand public victories that moved them. It was the private struggles, those battles with no applause, those moments you thought unnoticed, yet heaven saw. Let me express it this way. If your life was a melody, there are notes only heaven perceives, notes so delicate, so sacred, that no earthly audience can hear them. Yet the angels hear them clearly. When they hear those notes, when you chose to sigh instead of shout, kindness instead of revenge, faith in the darkness, they find themselves in awe. Anyone can sing when the spotlight shines bright, but maintaining your song in the darkness of night is unique. This is why heaven stands amazed at your choices. You didn't allow pain to harden you. You did not let betrayal define who you are. You didn't let failure claim your identity. You kept moving forward. In a world where many yield to bitterness, your perseverance is extraordinary. It ripples through eternity. This is why angels are in awe of you, because you've become a living sermon they've heard throughout centuries. Embodied in flesh and blood, you became a living testament of divine grace. You are an example of choosing the light even when encircled by darkness. Perhaps you don't view yourself this way. Maybe you're caught in the everyday aspects of life. Bills, disappointments, routines. But spiritually, your ordinary deeds have been extraordinary. Every quiet act of integrity echoes like thunder in the halls of heaven. Consider the last instance when you could have responded in anger, but chose to let go. The last time you could have spoken hurtful words, but you opted for silence. The last time you could have compromised, yet you stood firm. Each decision might have felt small, but heaven regarded them as monumental. Here's the truth. These choices have transformed you. They have made you into someone you don't fully recognize yet, stronger, wiser, sharper, and more radiant. You might not always feel it, but spiritually, you are glowing. Your resilience has become a light so unmistakable that it even unsettles those who don't understand you. Heaven isn't amazed because you're flawless. Heaven is astonished because you continued to say yes when every part of you had reasons to say no. That is what makes you rare. That is what makes you chosen. Angels are not easily impressed. They have witnessed wonders beyond what we can imagine. Light confronting darkness, time bending to God's will. Yet they pause when they see you. Because while they have witnessed miracles, they've also seen humanity succumb to despair. They have seen people curse God when faced with storms. But then they see you, still holding on, still loving, still choosing to walk in faith's direction. And that, my friend, is a miracle in itself. Do not underestimate what you've achieved. Do not downplay the significance of your obedience. Heaven has already documented it and celebrated it. Soon, the world will experience the outcome of it. This means the choices you made in secrecy are about to yield visible results. It suggests that your unseen integrity will become undeniable. You have become a soul that refuses to surrender, a vessel that keeps pouring even when empty, a fighter carrying scars who still chooses peace. That is not ordinary. That is not unnoticed. That is heavenly. Remember this, my dear friend. You are already walking under a kind of blessing that can never be withdrawn. God's hand has been on your life from the start. Regardless of how unseen you felt, His love has never wavered in its hold on you. Many times we believe that blessings arrive amidst noise, sudden wealth, applause, and visible open doors. But the reality is, you have been blessed from the beginning. Every breath you draw, every moment you didn't give up, every fragment of light you clung to when darkness threatened, is a blessing. It's a testament that God's love has been with you all along. It's easy to overlook this because we are conditioned to measure blessings through what we can see. Yet, God's blessings often take the form of seeds long before they become a harvest. You have carried seeds of favor within you for years. Now, the soil around you is shifting. Conditions are altering. What was once hidden beneath the surface is about to break through. One day, sooner than you imagine, you will wake up and sense it. The atmosphere will have changed, not because the world suddenly acknowledges you, but because the earth is aligning with what heaven has always known. The harmony you have nurtured within is about to manifest externally. This won't only touch one aspect of your life. Such is the reach of divine favor, it reverberates across all dimensions of your life. Where you once felt constrained, you'll find space. Where you felt resistance, you'll feel ease. It does not mean life becomes devoid of challenges, but these challenges will no longer exhaust you as they once did. Grace will bear what once seemed insurmountable. If you remain a bit longer, more steadfast than before, you will begin to perceive it. God's favor appearing in unexpected conversations, in opportunities coming to you without a struggle, in the emergence of peace where once only tension existed. It isn't luck, it isn't a mere coincidence. It is the reward of endurance, the outcome of years of quiet obedience. What's more, you will not need to pursue it. You need not plead for it. Favor is not earned like wages. It's inherited, akin to breath. You already possess it. You are marked by it. When that favor makes its appearance, it will unsettle some people. Don't be surprised by those who once ignored you now observing you intently. Don't be surprised that some cannot explain why they perceive something different when you enter a room. What they are sensing is not just you, but the weight of heaven's validation finally revealing itself on earth. All the times they doubted you, dismissed you, and assumed you were finished, had no idea what God was orchestrating beneath the surface. They saw delay, but heaven witnessed development. They noticed quiet, but heaven saw preparation. Now they will witness what heaven has always known. My dear friend, you aren't waiting for God to love you. He already does. You're not waiting for evidence of His goodness. You are that evidence. The blessing isn't something on the horizon, as if you have to earn it. The blessing is already present, waiting for the world to recognize what you embody. Consider this: a tree does not cease being a tree when winter strips it of its leaves. It remains alive, rooted, and quietly growing in ways unseen. The season doesn't alter its essence, it merely disguises what is inevitable. In the same way, nothing you've lost has compromised your true design. Your roots have deepened. The life within has been multiplying, and now the season is changing, making fruit inevitable. Soon, you will find you do not have to struggle as much. What once drained you will lose its power. Doors that once seemed sealed will open, not because you forced them, but because they were always your doors. The earth is catching up with heaven. When that day arrives, stand boldly. Do not second-guess it. Embrace it confidently. Each tear, every prayer, every act of unseen love was a deposit in eternity. And eternity is never bankrupt. Heaven returns deposits with interest. So remain anchored. Be steady, not passive, but firm. Observe the transformation as God's favor influences every part of your life. Health, relationships, finances, clarity, joy that enters uninvited. It will all align, not through manipulation, but through your endurance until the right moment arrived. Here is the ultimate truth. When you embrace this new season, you won't just feel changed. You will be transformed because God's love has shaped you continuously. That moment is nearer than you think. Soon you will awake, and everything around you will feel different because it won't just be you quietly holding faith within. It will be the world catching up to what heaven has always declared about you. When that happens, it will not simply be your breakthrough. It will be heaven's validation resonating throughout every facet of your life. You have always been blessed. You have always been cherished. You have never been forgotten. Before we conclude, I want to share with you that as a musician, I've started Chosen by God, offering soothing musical instrumentals for prayer, reflection, and rest. If you found peace here today, carry it with you into your own sacred time. I'd be honored to journey with you there.